Most definitely. Yes. And the other thing is, thank you for coming to this ACCE Media Conference, the nomination kickoff for 2013 ACCE Award Gala. Just to introduce the objectives of ACCE, to promote the entrepreneurship in the Chinese-Canadian community, to recognize the contribution of Chinese-Canadian entrepreneurs, to promote social responsibility of entrepreneurs, and to encourage new business startup. We have 8 different categories for the award. The first one is the Entrepreneur of the Year, and sponsored by TD Canada Trust. The Award Merit, sponsored by the Ontario Ministry of Economic Development and Innovation. The Best Asia Pacific Business, sponsored by Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office. Best Startup, sponsored by BMO Bank of Montreal. The Best Community Service, sponsored by Minpow Daily News. The Best International Business, sponsored by HSBC, Bank of Canada. The Most Progressive Award, sponsored by the Deloitte & Touche. And the Most Innovative Award, sponsored by CIBC. In the nomination period, the official time is the start of this nomination media conference until December the 3rd. But in reality, we accept nomination year-round for the whenever we finish the third last year in April, then we accept nomination for the next year's award gala. This is the place, the venue, Hilton Suite Hotel. I'm sure many of you are familiar with it. And the dates, please mark in your calendar, March 23rd. And we'll start in the evening. Thank you. And if there's any inquiry, any questions about this ACCE award, feel free to contact our email at award@acce.ca or visit our website. Now I would like to call upon Christine Nam. She has been the chair of the judging panel and associate partner of PricewaterhouseCoopers. Let's welcome Christine.
I'm delighted to be here again. Just want to run through with you the nomination procedures for current year's award. You can also find the details in the website of ACCE where you can download the form, and all the eligibility submission criteria is all there. As you can find in the form, the nominee can be nominated by a third party, and you have to submit all the forms by December 3rd. It could be either in English or in Chinese. Any documents submitted to the judging panel will be considered confidential, and they will not be returned to the nominees. But we'll make sure that they're confidential and they're not released to any outside parties. As mentioned to Alan earlier, the winners will be announced on March 23rd, 2013, and the decision of the judging panels are final. In terms of the submission information, your packages, you can submit it to the ACCE in care of Center of Entrepreneurship at Centennial College at PO Box 631, or you can send it by email to awards@acce.ca. In terms of judging panel, we have the representatives from PricewaterhouseCoopers, myself and my colleague, and from Center of Entrepreneurship, Centennial College, and also Ministry of Economic Development and Innovation. All of us are independent of the directors and also from the ACCE. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact Karen or just send an email to awards@acce.ca. And as I mentioned earlier, the website has a lot of information which can help you. Okay, thank you, and I wish that we have another good, successful year.
And the next one I'd like to call upon is Mr. Douglas Lesh. Douglas is the chairman of the Canada Manager Corporation. And James Chen, the president of Manager, he's not here today for business, but he was the entrepreneur. You won the Entrepreneur of the Year award in 2010. Okay, let's welcome Douglas.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I am the chairman of Manager Corporation. Manager is a Canadian company with 35 years' experience in Ontario, and about 8 years ago entered the Chinese market. Menergy is a geothermal company, a green energy company. And with our operations in China and Canada, we're probably the world's largest fully integrated geothermal company in that we design systems, manufacture heat pumps, install, and finance. James, as Alan mentioned, was unable to be here, and he's asked me to extend greetings and best wishes for the success of this year's nomination process. Menergy and James were very proud of having been awarded the Entrepreneur of the Year Award in 2010. We feel, and I feel, that the whole process of this award process is so important, and it's integral to we feel, to the success of the ACCE by encouraging its goals. And it's made a difference to us to be able to say that that Menergy and James have won such a significant award, and for that we thank the association. So again, from Menergy's point of view, we hope there's lots of nominations. We hope that this process is as successful as it's been in the past. Thank you very much.
The next party I'd like to introduce is our title sponsor, BDC. And we have ACCE a long history with BDC, and as a matter of fact, Peter Lawler, the regional vice president, is the co-chair for the 2013 ACCE Award Gala. And I'd like to ask Mr. Sean Ruff, the regional director, strategy of BDC, to come out to say a few words.
Good morning. Thank you, Alan. You know, at BDC, we are very, very proud to be the title sponsor again for the 2013 ACCE Entrepreneur Awards. I am very proud as well to say that our relationship and sponsor partnership with ACCE has been well over 5 years now. You know, when I look at it, this is actually a very perfect match because both of our organizations have a very, very strong focus on the entrepreneur. And in fact, you know, both of us put the entrepreneur's success at the heart of all that we do. At BDC, our mission is to create and develop Canadian businesses through our financing, venture capital, and consulting solutions with a focus on small and medium-sized businesses. At BDC, we truly put entrepreneurs first and strive to make them more competitive both in the domestic market but international markets. And when you look at it, at ACCE, your mission is to promote entrepreneurship as well in the Chinese-Canadian community to strengthen the competitiveness of the Chinese-Canadian businesses in the global market. At BDC, we look forward to be the title sponsor again for the 2013 ACCE Entrepreneur Awards and welcome eligible applicants to be nominated. Thank you all.
It's a very good friend of mine for a long, long time, Mr. Norman Morris, and he has been a strong supporter for ACCE for God knows how long, I forgot. And he's the chair of the 2013 Lifetime Achievement Award Selection Committee. Let's welcome Norm Morris.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Or in fact, I should say friends, because as Alan said, I've had the pleasure and the honor of being involved in various ways with this delightful organization, I think for at least 15 years. And we're now coming up to the 8th year of the Lifetime Achievement Award. 7 years ago, they very kindly asked me to be chair of this particular committee. I was greatly honored until someone said, Norman, we figured that basically you'd qualify because you have a white beard and we're all too young. So basically, on that basis, for the last 7 years, I've been chair of this committee, and we're now going into the 8th year. Now, this is a Lifetime Achievement Award, and the purpose is to do something which not many other organizations do. Having been involved and seeing some of the past winners, I am totally inspired by the contribution that the Chinese business community has done to the Canadian mosaic, not just in business, but also in culture and in philanthropy. So basically, one of the few organizations that actually recognize this particular area is the ACCE, and the purpose is to recognize outstanding citizens who've made a significant contribution and business, humanitarian, and/or philanthropic activities and have advanced the overall development of the Chinese-Canadian business community. Now, the selection criteria is actually very intensive. It involves vision and leadership, business impact, humanitarianism, inspiration and motivation, long-term dedication and involvement with their community. Now, the nomination submissions must be submitted by a third party who must complete the nomination form, which is available from the ACCE website, www.acce.ca, or you can do it by mail. I won't go through that because it's on there, and I must admit, anybody who doesn't know where Karen resides and where the headquarters and the heart of the ACC is, really isn't trying. So basically, if in doubt, always go to Karen. She knows all the answers. Now, this has to have supporting documentation, which is the nominee's current curriculum vitae, a list of philanthropic or civic organizations, a list of community activities, 3 additional letters of support, as well as contact information of those supporters. Additional supportive documentation, such as newspapers or magazine articles, will be very useful. The judging panel. The award is selected by an independent committee chaired by me. It consists of a number of independent community leaders and selected board members. It is totally and utterly done in secret, and in fact the whole ACCE board do not know until the actual evening who it is. Now, on January the 13th, the selection committee will review finally the nominations and will select a winner. February 2013, announcements of the 2000 ACCE Lifetime Achievement Award winner will be announced to the press and all of you. On March the 23rd, of course, is the ultimate event of the year. This is one you cannot miss. You have to be there in Markham at the gala, not just to see what outstanding representative of the Chinese business community will get this honor, but also to have one of the best times you can possibly imagine in Toronto in this month. So make sure that you are there in 2013. Thank you.
Next one, I have to introduce the sponsor for this Lifetime Achievement Award. And that's represented by Edward Hill. Edward Hill is not only the representing RBC, he is also a board member of ACCE. Let's welcome Edward.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Edward Hill from RBC, Senior Account Manager, Asian Commercial Banking. It's true, and I'm also served in ACCE as a director for the past 2-3 years. And today, on behalf of Tina Serrales, RBC Regional Vice President for Commercial Financial Service, and John Mann, VP of Asian Banking, and RBC colleagues, I would like to welcome you all, and would like to welcome you all today. RBC, as a company with deep business and personal tie to the Chinese community, RBC is honored to sponsor the 2013 ACCE Chinese Canadian Entrepreneur Award Presentation Gala in March. Thanks to many of our successful clients and friends, we are privileged to see firsthand the vast and extremely talented pool of Chinese Canadian entrepreneurs who continue to make an immense impact in Chinese Canadian business. We see how their ideas and drive contribute to commerce and community, bringing added strength and diversity of ideas. That's why we are proud to support ACCE in its effort to encourage new business and support and recognize the ongoing contribution of Chinese Canadian entrepreneurs. Thank you.
The next sponsor I'd like to introduce is TD Bank. And TD has been the sponsor for the Entrepreneur of the Year, like Manager in 2010. and they've been great support of ACCE for many, many years. Let's welcome Janet Vandenen, the Senior Manager of Small Business Banking from TD.
Morning. My name is Janet Vanderland. I'm the Senior Manager for Small Business Banking for Central Ontario, and I am delighted to be here this morning. TD has been a supporter of ACCE since 2007, and we are delighted to be able to sponsor the Entrepreneur of the Year Award again. At TD, we recognize that entrepreneurs are the cornerstone of our communities. We offer the longest hours, including Sunday banking, in many of our branches. We have a team of business bankers that are ready to service our customers. We provide exceptional customer service, which is validated by our J.D. Powers and Cinevit wins year over year. I would like to take this opportunity to appeal to all entrepreneurs who demonstrate outstanding achievements in areas such as innovation, operating success, quality of product and service, corporate citizenship, management capacity, to come forth with your application to be recognized as a 2013 Entrepreneur of the Year. It's one of the most prestigious awards in the Chinese-Canadian business community, and you deserve to be recognized. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce the Award of Merit. And this is sponsored by the Ministry of Economic Development, and actually the Ministry of Economic Development and Innovation has been a long-time partner of ACCE since the very, very, very beginning. Let's welcome Mr. Brian Love, the Director of the Entrepreneur Branch from the Ministry of Economic Development.
Alan, thank you very much. It's a great delight to be here on behalf of the Ontario Ministry of Economic Development and Innovation, and also our Minister, Brad Dogood. I, as Minister of Economic Development and Innovation, again this year as a proud sponsor to participate in the awards. You know, these days we talk about innovation, we talk about commercialization, and those are the sort of common buzzwords, productivity. But at the same time, I think it's essential that we recognize that what's behind that are entrepreneurs, whether they're entrepreneurs who are creating businesses or entrepreneurs who are advancing and growing their businesses. They never cease being entrepreneurial and cease being entrepreneurs. The Association of Chinese Canadian Entrepreneurs is a perfect example of those embodying the spirit of entrepreneurs, of those groups of people who make a significant contribution to the Canadian and the Ontario community. So I think it's very fitting that the association would have again this year, how many years again, Alan, is the sixth year of the actual awards ceremonies themselves, to be able to recognize entrepreneurs. Our ministry is very pleased to be sponsors of the Award of Merit, recognizing young leaders within their businesses and growing their businesses. I happen to be part of a branch of the ministry that has advisors across the province that work directly with these people to help them grow their businesses. So we welcome nominations and applications. We welcome for this award. I know that through our representative on the committees, Vern Tao, is that it is a long and arduous process that they go through, the committees, to be able to carefully determine the best recipients for this award. So I welcome applications to that. And indeed, I commend the members of the nomination of the committees themselves for the work they put in to determine the award winners for this. And I look forward very much to this coming March. Thank you.
The next award category I'd like to introduce is the Best Asia Pacific Business Award, sponsored by Hong Kong Economic Trade Office. And last week I was just in Vancouver for this second West Coast Gala. And the success of the West Coast Gala, of course, I mean, with the quarterback here from Cameron, but we get a very strong supporter there. Dr. Barry, Joshua Huynh is the president of Dr. Barry, and he has been a tremendous supporter, and he was the winner of the Best Asia Pacific Business, sponsored by the Hong Kong Economic Trade Office. Let's welcome Stephen Siu, the Assistant Director of Hong Kong Economic Trade Office, to say a few words.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Alan, does it mean that if I'm speaking here is a commitment? I haven't signed the contract yet. And Karen haven't sent me the invoice as well. Yeah.
With the cash.
Yeah. Anyway, it's an honor for the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office to have the opportunity to take part in this award in the past 3 years. We got 3 very deserving award recipients. I don't think, many of you would trust what the government says. Many of you won't trust Delta McQuinty. Some of you may not trust Stephen Harper. But you all trust Jack Layton because he's not around. So today, I'm not speaking from the Hong Kong government's standpoint because you won't trust me if I'm doing that. Last night, around midnight time, I'm still thinking of what I should be saying today. And I went to the Canadian government's website and found a business case. It's a simple case. It won't take up many of the time. It's about an Alberta company. But I'm sorry, I'm not talking about a Toronto company. It's a company in Calgary. The company is called Pure Technology. It's an infrastructure inspection, monitoring, and management company based in Calgary. The company was facing a challenge. The challenge was it wants to expand into China and Southeast Asia, but was concerned about protecting its intellectual property and minimizing its exposure to risk. The result was Pure Technologies successfully set up a Hong Kong office and established a joint venture partnership with the Hong Kong-based construction and engineering firm with a solid track record in mainland China. They now have a long-term contract with the Hong Kong government, and their work has become a showpiece for themselves. And how did they do it? It's simple. On a trip to Hong Kong, the company's director of development contacted Canadian trade commissioners to talk about doing business in China and beyond. And the commissioners told him about the value of establishing a base in Hong Kong as a springboard to the Greater China and Asia. Through the trade commissioners, he was able to pursue a tender and meet with the senior decision makers of the Hong Kong Water Supplies Department. It's from the Hong Kong Water Supplies Department. Water in Chinese means money. So that's, very profitable business, of course. Which led to an opportunity to pilot test Pure's patent technologies to evaluate the state of Hong Kong's large underground pipelines. So Pure Technologies is an excellent example of a company that act quickly and committed to the market. They partner with a Hong Kong firm with strong mainland connections, and that is a smart approach to explore for any firm trying to break into the Asian Pacific region. So that's a very good example for all the Canadian companies in exploring the Asian Pacific market. And that's also the spirit behind the Asian Pacific Business Award. Thank you very much.
The next award category is from the BMO for the best startup, right? So I'm sorry, because I was talking to Adrian, so just want to make sure they get the right award category. But he has been BMO has been the sponsor for the best startup award for a number of years now. And Adrian has been a long history with ACCE too. Actually, he was also on the board of ACCE just until last year. Let's welcome Adrian Jam from the Bank of Montreal.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great pleasure to be here today to join ACCE officially launch the nomination process. And BMO is very proud to be the 2013's Best Startup sponsor again. and to recognize and promote the Chinese Canadians entrepreneurship. So the award gala is another great example of leadership role taken by ACCE in recognizing the contribution of Chinese Canadian entrepreneurs and to help them to succeed in today's ever-changing business environments. So as Canada's first bank, we have been helping entrepreneurs to fulfill their dream for the last 200 years. And we have an extensive range of products and services. And most importantly, we have a team of passionate commercial professionals to help small and medium-sized entrepreneurs compete and succeed in today's marketplace. So at BMO, we always look forward to these days when ACCE launched the nomination process. And we also run our own search within BMO to ensure that we source and nominate the qualified candidates among our customers, because we are anxious to see the most deserving of them to have the opportunity to share their success story and to be recognized for their efforts. So again, my appreciation goes to ACCE for providing such a great, well-designed platform for all the entrepreneurs. And we look forward to celebrating the success of the award nominees and award winners who have accomplished so much for the community and for Canada. Thank you.
The next award is the Best Community Service Award. And he has been sponsored by, again, our longtime partner, Ming Pao, since the very, very beginning. And I'm here to welcome Maureen Tang, and she's the Director of Sales and Marketing for Ming Pao newspaper. Let's welcome Maureen.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Alan. On behalf of Ming Pao, I would like to thank ACCE for having us here today. And we are very pleased to be the Best Community Service Award sponsor for the 17th year. This press conference is one of my favorite events to attend because I can get the chance to get up to this 35th floor and to enjoy the spectacular view of Toronto outside the window. And for us to get up to here is very easy. We can just take the elevator and then go up here. Having said that, for an entrepreneur, it's not and never an easy journey, but taking tremendous time and effort to get to the top of the industry. So Ming Pao is very proud to support ACCE and the award winners every year by publishing a special supplement to recognize the successful achievement of the entrepreneurs. During the year, we also assist in promoting different business events, different networking events organized by ACCE, such that many other entrepreneurs in the community can benefit from. Once again, I want to thank ACCE for giving Ming Pao many different opportunities to contribute to the community by promoting the entrepreneurship. And once again, I would like to thank you all and wish you have a great day. Thank you.
The next award I'd like to introduce is the Best International Business Award sponsored by HSBC. I myself have some personal attachment because I was the award recipient back in 2005. And that's the time when I first met David Guo. Let's welcome David, the head of branch network, because he kept changing his title and just hard to keep up.
Still around.
Ellen, Stephen, friends at ACC and friends of ACC. By the way, it's always great to see the president at the ACC events, Wilbur,
Royston, Joanna, Andy, which speak volume for the strength of ACCE. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. HSBC Bank is proud to once again be an award sponsor of ACCE Chinese Canadian Entrepreneur Award, in particular to be the sponsor of the Best International Business. HSBC Group was established in 1865. Thanks for the support of our customer over the years, many who are here today. HSBC has grown to become one of the largest banks in the world and the world's leading international bank. In Canada, there's ever-increasing need to facilitate international trade. With our worldwide network, in particular having strong presence in Canada's top trading partners, HSBC can provide convenience international services for both commercial and personal banking customers that simply cannot be matched by others. Therefore, as the world's leading international bank, it's fitting for us to recognize outstanding achievement and being the award sponsor for the Best International Business Award. In addition to sponsor, we also believe in contributing to and participating in the community. Very proud to see one of our colleagues, Phoebe Chow, branch manager of Toronto Main Branch, has been an active director and vice president for ACCE. Just want to thank ACCE for the opportunity for HSBC to showcase our support to the community. Thank you.
The next award is a Most Progressive Award sponsored by Deloitte. And here Deloitte was presented by Mr. Andy Yap, the tax partner of Deloitte. By the way, Andy was just not a part of Deloitte. He has been the past president for ACCE, actually from Deloitte, not only Andy, and also Joanna Lowe. They have two past presidents of ACCE, and Chris still very, very active with ACCE today. Let's welcome Andy to give a few words about the award.
Thank you, Alan. On behalf of Deloitte, all my partners and all the members, we're proud to come back again as a sponsor. We're in the 10th consecutive year as an award sponsor, and also the 13th consecutive year participating as a sponsor of any categories on this ACCE award. So this is quite a good, I guess, history of it, because we believe in entrepreneurs. We believe what entrepreneurs do to the country, to the economy, and to society. So that's why we like to support this award. And this year, a little bit different that we want to do is we wanted also the ACCE Awards and the nomination process to team up with also a Deloitte-sponsored program called the Best 50 Managed Company Program, which recognizes, again, entrepreneurial companies across Canada. And we hope that with the crossover in terms of the referral of nominations, we can achieve some traction in terms of be able to recognize entrepreneur in terms of both awards that's being held. One of the things is nominations is basically not just with the window of these few weeks or these next couple of months. It's really constantly got to think of good people to nominate. It could be before the awards you could be nominating, or after if you think of somebody to try and get them into next year's awards. In fact, one of our people, Loretta Yun, who is head of our Chinese service group, actually submitted a nomination to Edmund 2 weeks ago, even before this kickoff, because we believe that while it's fresh, while we get people interested, we want to get them into the process right away. Now, with this whole thing with the awards, I really encourage everyone to participate or encourage others to participate, because this award is good for business, good for the community, and good for morale. And the reason I say that is a network the friends created during the process, whether or not you're a nominee or you're a winner, is very valuable for business and for the nominee. Because if you go to the awards night in prior years, and when the award recipient comes up to the podium and tells their story, it's pretty inspiring. Every one of them have their own story, a different story. And they serve as great examples and great role models for not only aspiring entrepreneurs, plus also young people who look up to them. So I really encourage everyone to participate, encourage this whole nomination process. Winning is not really everything. It's really the participation more than anything else. So Hope to see everybody on March 23rd next year, and it will be a great event. Thank you.
In today's world, it's all about innovation. And next award I want to introduce is this Most Innovative Award. And we do have a new award sponsor joining the group here, and from CIBC. And let's welcome Teresa Tatsumi. Not only, well, she has been involved in the steering committee for the ACCE for a long time now, but it's good that they step up this year for 2013 to be the sponsor for the Most Innovative Award. Let's welcome Teresa Tatsumi.
Thank you, Alan. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to be here on behalf of CIBC attending this kickoff meeting, kickoff press conference for the Chinese Canadian Entrepreneur Award. CIBC has been supporting ACCE and the Chinese Canadian Entrepreneur Award since its inception in different formats and different sponsorship level. And this year, we're particularly proud to be the most innovative award sponsor. At CIBC, we understand the small business owner and the entrepreneur that no matter what field of expertise, each entrepreneur has a plan, has opened their doors with a plan to become the leader in their industry. We salute their innovation, their dedications, and their vision. CIBC is very committed to the growth of the economy as well as the growth of the vibrant communities. And we've been sponsoring a lot of multicultural events. And this particular event, the award, is promoting entrepreneurship as well as multiculturalism. And our sponsorship this year is a testament of our commitment to support the community. So I'm very proud on behalf of CIBC to support ACCE to become the most innovative award sponsor again. And I look forward to seeing you all in March and enjoy that evening and enjoy today's press conference. Thank you.
All the past president here for ACCE. Andy Yap, Joanna Low, Wilbert Lai, Moisen Ng, and Fred Lai. The next, I would like to ask all the board of directors of ACCE to stand up so that we can recognize that you are here today. May I ask all the ACCE board directors, Edmund Tin, Erwin Lee, Phoebe Chow, Wilbert Lai, Moisen Ng, Joanna Low, Edward Hill, and he's the past president, that's Fred Lai. Thank you. ACCE also have a steering committee to make sure the most glamorous events for the gala will happen very smoothly. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the steering committee members. May I ask, call your name, would you please stand up? Adrian Zhang, Derek Wong, Brian Love, Norman Morris, Teresa Tatsumi, Tina Wu, Moisen Ng, Fred Lai, Wilbert Lai, Joanna Low, Andy Yam, Maureen, and also actually on the judging side we have Christine and Vernier Tao. Okay, and thank you all, I look around here, by the way, I mean, one of the important critical elements for the success ACCE will be represented. Erwin, Moisen, Fred Lai, Douglas for managing, Alan Kwong for finance, House, Manny Canada, UPS, Amazing Custom Fabricators, Samtech, and Farmage. Thank you all. Thank you for all the sponsors. Being here today, this morning, Oliver of Toronto.com, Joe Lau of Toronto TV, James Lin of World Journal, Leo Young of Ming Pao, and Winnie of Today Daily News. Thank you all for being here. And Omni TV.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, good.